Carbon, one of my favorite elements in the whole periodic table. Carbon, as I will draw for you in this box, has an atomic number of 6 and a chemical symbol of just a capital C and an atomic mass of 12.011. Carbon, like any atom, has a nucleus, and in any nucleus there are protons and neutrons. What I will draw for you in this Bohr's model of carbon are the said number of protons and neutrons that are in carbon and the electrons around it. The outermost shell is the valence shell. In the valence shell for carbon, there are 4 electrons. In the nucleus, there are 6 protons, which is red, and 6 neutrons, which is blue. A quick way to find out how many neutrons are in any atom is subtract the atomic mass and the number of the element from the atomic number. In this case, it's 12.01 minus 6. Roughly rounded to 6, which is where I got my number of neutrons. Carbon comes from the family group number 14, and it is a non-metal solid. Melting point for carbon is a whopping 3,550 degrees Celsius. That's a lot of degrees. Very, very hot to melt carbon. And the boiling point for carbon is 4,827 degrees Celsius. Takes a lot to take this thing boiling. Just so you weren't confused earlier, the total electrons in carbon is 6, not 4. Who discovered carbon? Well, those were the ancient Egyptians. Well, they didn't really know that it was carbon, like the element. They found the natural products of carbon. For example, jewels, and, well, the commonly known, and very well known, diamonds. Like I would draw in this treasure box here. Add a few little red, maybe it'll look nice. Blue dots, yeah. You know, pharaohs or the people of ancient time, they didn't know what exactly to call it. I'm assuming they called it a jewel, or whatever they would just say in their own language. I'm assuming pharaohs have this kind of hat thing too, and their slaves are working with blocks. But yeah, the origin came from the Latin root word carbo, which is meaning of coal. The coal that which construction workers down today take to the coal factory. Carbon was discovered about 3700 BC. Some interesting facts. Carbon is the 4th most abundant element in this whole world on Earth. Earth is covered with carbon. As a drawing on this Earth here. And humans. In every single human body, we have 18.5% contained, or we have, of carbon. Carbon it's not considered as a toxic element, although carbon-14 is highly radioactive and deadly. But, you know, even though it's not toxic, don't consume it, because it can do some fatal lung damage. Not that anyone would. Also, although I think I've said this before, carbon is also can be formed into diamonds and other specific jewels by constant pressure deep, deep down under Earth. Carbon is actually formed from stars, not the ones I'm drawing right now, but in the galaxy. Something that I guess looks like that. But in the center, it's a combination of beryllium and helium compressed together,